A future Nikola Tesla, and tell us your name and what you do for a living.
Hi, I'm Maxwell Lahin, and I am a physicist, inventor, entrepreneur, and, well, I guess change maker. I'm 13, and I feel like I can change the world, and I've already started my positive impact on it.
What have you done? How have you changed the world so far?
So aside from inventing a whole bunch of different stuff that probably won't matter now, but my most recent thing, which has gotten me a little bit of attention online, is my energy device, where I extract electromagnetic energy from everything around us and convert it into electrical energy. In other words, a stream of unlimited energy. So.
And his hand like pointed in an angle. So I thought that was really strange. So I decided, well, let me turn on my phone so I can capture, see what what I can get here. And as soon as I did that, he got up and moved away from that man that was sleeping there. So I thought, I was like, wow, what was he doing, like, to the sleeping guy that he was literally, like, I'm not talking, like, on the opposite side of the pole, but he's on the side of the pole where the guy is sleeping. So he's sitting that close to him. And meanwhile, there's free range. There's so many seats that are available. Why would you sit on top of someone who's sleeping with your phone pointed in a very odd, peculiar angle? And then when I note that, he immediately stops, puts the phone away, jumps up and moves. So just wanted to know that. And yeah, we're heading to the hood, so you also see a lot of Caucasian or white people coming to and hanging out in the hood. And you have to wonder, you have to ask yourself, why?
So if you're the reincarnation of anyone, who do you think it would be, or who would you like it to be?
I honestly think that I'm Max Lahin, and that's who I am. So I'm going to say Max Lahin. But I'm very proud of and quite a big fan of Nikola Tesla. I mean, I'd like to be the reincarnation of him, but honestly, I think I'm just a student of his many teachings.
That's amazing. What's the favorite thing that he has invented or theorized about for you?
Honestly, I really like his work with electrostatic pulses when he harnessed Tesla coil powers and used it to wirelessly transfer energy through people, around people.
Okay, so let me see if I can get a picture or capture what's written on the ground. They never needed to do this before in terms of finding lines or whatever this guy was telling me about the electrical system or some bullshit. So I was like, why are you writing these sigils or these strange symbols on the ground? Look at this. You never needed to do it before for a so-called sewage line or whatever. Why all of a sudden now? And this is all over the so-called city. And so I wanted to make note of that because they do have, and they're actually using the Tesla technology. And I'll get back to that in a minute. Let me TOEFL.
God. God is energy, right? All the energy in the universe, that's God. It's not a guy in the sky, it's energy.
Energy isn't something that you just have. Energy is all and can't be. Not all the energy in the universe, it's energy. Energy happens to consume the entire universe and every other parallel dimension or universe that can ever exist in our dimensional reality, but...
Are there other universes? Are there other dimensional realities?
Dimensional realities? I'm not sure if we can prove that yet, but we do know that there are other dimensions.
Okay, how do you know that?
Well, there's an infinite number of numbers, which means there's an infinite number of frequencies that we can calculate. And if there's an infinite number of frequencies that we can calculate, that means there's an infinite number of frequencies that mass can take. And if mass can take an infinite number of frequencies, there must be an infinite number of dimensions. Or if you're one of those string theory guys, there's 10. Or if you're an M theory guy, you say it's 11 dimensions. But as of right now, I'm beginning to question string theory and M theory for the fact that I believe that there are more... mathematical dimensions, yes, I'm actually quite aware of that. But then again, imagine we're looking at this from a fourth dimensional perspective, we can always go up one dimension from there. We can't say that there's a limitation. In other words, we know that there's dimensions below us, but we've never even gone into negative dimensions even. And to even contemplate the fact that if we were at the top of the dimensional scale, there'll have to be something above us. In other words, if you're at the top of a dimensional scale, we have to have some sort of limitations, right? Everything does. And if that has limitations, then it opens up an entire new set of dimensions, and then what happens when they're at the top, and then they're at the top, and continuing on and on forever, I guess.
Are there multiple universes, or is this the only
yes.
universe?
Yes, every time an electron moves an atometer, or less than an atometer, a millionth, 100 millionth, an infinite googolplex of an atometer around
a nucleus.
A nucleus, or maybe just floating around in the universe. Anytime anything moves any bit, you're shot into an infinite number of parallel universes in which can happen. And so we're somewhere infinite down the line right now from the original universe, constantly shifting closer and farther away from it. So, yes.
Right here. Wow. Wow. So Brian Greene, the famous physicist who wrote The Elegant Universe, said that the universe, that what reality was infinite universes expanding infinitely. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
And if in fact there are infinite dimensions and infinite universes, is it possible that someone named Max and someone named Richard are having this very same conversation in some other dimension?
Probably. There's an alternate universe probably where we're having this conversation 1/1,000,000th of a second after we started this conversation. So, yeah, I'm probably guessing.
Why not simultaneously?
Well, I suppose something has to be different. Maybe that person walking over there wouldn't be walking, or maybe he's walking 1 millionth of a second faster than he would in the other universe.
So what happens after we die?
I don't know. Our bodies rot in the ground. The end.
But do we continue in some way? Is there reincarnation?
Well, we know that we obtain consciousness, or, I think, therefore I am, right? Well, we must have some sort of energy force to do that. Some people say it's neurons, but if we look at consciousness more, we understand that it really is an energy. And energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred from form to form. So it's, I guess, some sort of, has some feasibility to it, but I don't know.
So last question. If you could do anything or be anything in this lifetime, what would you do and or be?
I just want to invent a better future. I don't care if I get money or credit or whatever other people want for some reason. All I'm looking at is to make the world a better place, to advance it, to bring the future just a tiny bit closer to today. So I think that I'm really just want to invent and maybe educate a little bit, maybe just make the world a better place as much as I can. And I believe I can do that through technology. So.
Thank you. And you're how old?
Oh, I'm 13.
When are you going to be 14?
In about 9 months. So.
Cool.
Oh, is it 9 months? No.
I can't believe I've stumped you on this.
7
You've
months.
answered all of the questions about quantum physics and the universe.
7 months.
Anyway, you're an amazing young man. It's been an honor to talk to you.